All right, man. ESPN ranks the Detroit Pistons the worst team coming to the 23-24 NBA season. They could be in the running for that other guy. I forget his name, some white kid who's supposed to be number one next year. I think he might be in the G League or something. But check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Says that Detroit Pistons get no love in ESPN's power ranking. The Detroit Pistons have had the offseason that some haven't had the offseason that some was hoping for after they signed Monty Williams to the largest contract in a deal in NBA history. They didn't use the cap space on a splashy free agent, but instead went after two veterans expiring contracts, Joe Harris and Monty Morris. The Detroit Pistons put all their eggs in the basket in their young core, hoping to make it for a big leap years from Kate Cunningham, Jay Ivey, and Jalen Dern for most of their improvement. It wasn't glamorous, but Detroit Pistons should be better next season, improve shooting around their young guards, but it take a healthy season and a lot of things to go right for the Detroit Pistons to get back in the playoffs. They may have improved, but it wasn't enough to get them out to cellar NBA power rankings. Piston news: Detroit Pistons gets no love in the ESPN power rankings. The answer is no, it was not. In the recent ESPN power rankings, the Pistons came in dead last of 30 teams in the NBA. Here's what they had to say about Detroit's offseason additions. Even after hiring Monty Williams, quote, as the Pistons start the offseason, the Pistons are still practicing patience with development of the young core. Detroit added a few veteran sharpshooters, Joe Harris and Monty Morris, to help complement a young team instead of any flashy moves to accelerate the rebuild. And I agree with that. I agree with that train of thought because why am I adding splashy moves and I don't know what this thing is? You gotta let these young guys start to develop, see what they are. That's kind of what happened with the Lakers when they got LeBron in. He traded everybody. They didn't, them kids couldn't develop playing with LeBron, so they got rid of them. They couldn't get up to speed fast enough, and they wasn't gonna be getting up to speed fast enough with LeBron being there. They wasn't. But say while I would probably bet against the Pistons being the worst team in the NBA for a second straight year, it's hard to argue with this right now. Most of the other young teams did more to improve their rosters, although there are definitely some arguments about the Wizards, Charlotte Hornets, Spurs, the Houston Rockets. I think the Hornets got a good core though. Washington started their rebuild, but haven't but still have plenty of talent. Jordan Poole, Tyus Jones, Kyle Kuzma. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with that. Spurs, it is what it is. We see what happened with Victor. The Rockets added some guys, Van Fleet, Brooks, and they got better coaching too. So shout out to Ian Kellestrich for the article. Are they the worst team in the NBA? After what they did last year, I guess you would probably have to say still, yeah. But then again, they missed. Yeah, that was the most injured team last year. You know, you know. So that's something that you got to kind of look at. But you know, so but you hope they not in that position again this year. But if they are, it is what it is. Then you hope the Lions and the Wings and Tigers can do something to get the city out of the Great Depression in sports. But can they remain healthy? And then, if they remain healthy, can these young guys start to develop and gel together and play together and learn to play together? I think, and also Kamani, um, put a game plan around these young guys where they can be successful. And I think that start being healthy, that start, defensively, that start, then defensively, then I think starting to play to their offensive strengths. Some of these young guys being able to develop how to shoot, also how to attack the rack, you know, get to the free throw line, and how to get the ball to their shooter. So, it's a very talented team, but they just can't stay healthy. It was 294 games last year. That was the most in the league. Miami was second at 292. But we know Miami got crazy depth. So, we know they got crazy depth. But, all in all, it'd be a disappointment if they were the worst team in the NBA again. It really would. It really would be a disappointment. It really would be. It would be a disappointment of epic proportions. But we can't hang our head over spilled milk. Hopefully they're not the worst. I got some faith in them. I actually got more faith in them than the Lions. Because with the Lions, it's just like it's just they're Lions, you know what I mean? But they always kind of hard to gauge and stuff. But we'll see what they do, man. And pretty sure they don't want to make no promises. I don't want to make no promises, tell y'all something, but being healthy, Monty get them to play with the right defense. Monty being able to get them to play with the right, offensive tools around offensive system that's gonna suit them best. I think that's gonna be imperative for them to be successful. So, but yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel? Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Peace.